All right. Re-intro.
The laptop is closed.
What was that weird noise? Is that a bird? Did you hear that?
I heard it.
It was like...
I heard it.
That was weird.
What?
You didn't hear that? We heard it.
We heard it.
Oh, it was,
you guys are weird.
Yeah, it was really loud.
So...
Well, Felicia's not here this morning.
Is this really our intro? Do we need to start from the beginning?
Oh, no. Just keep going. No, yeah. This is gold for Crystal. She loves this.
We miss her.
We miss you, Fee. Yes. Fee is on mama duty. It's cold and flu season with these children. So, when the babies are sick,
we must acquit.
We must acquit. Oh, man. Hey, what's up? It's Melanie, Fiona. I have 2 children who are not here.
Wait, that reminds me. Hi, it's Codie. I have 3 kids. Langston. Hi, baby child. How you doing?
Oh.
He has been asking for a shout out.
Oh, shout out to Langston. Hi, Langston.
Of course, hello, Aristotle and Brooks as well.
Yes.
But Langston asked for a shout out.
Oh, he asked for it?
He did. Because Eric will be playing the podcast.
Oh, no.
And then he's like, can you tell her?
Can she skip through some parts?
Yeah, we've talked about it.
All right. The kids, not the kids. Oh, this is Ashley Chia. Yes, I have 4 children. One of them is our babies are about to be 1.
Girl, I can't even believe it.
Oh, this month. Well, mine this month. Yes. Wait, when's Kai's birthday?
She's the end of December.
That's right.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't realize that much.
No, they're literally almost 1 month apart.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
What date is her?
18th.
18, yeah, 22. Oh, my God. Speaking of which, speaking of babies, are you guys doing any holiday traveling? I'm not, because I have a baby. I don't want to. I'm staying home, making people come to me like the princess that I am.
I love this. I actually love this. I might need to adopt the princess lifestyle because
Here for
okay. As everyone might know, or maybe not, I am Canadian.
Yes.
So Thanksgiving is coming. Thanksgiving is not a celebration in Canada that we celebrate as the same in the United States.
Okay.
Our Thanksgiving happens in October. It's more about the harvest. It's about the changing of the seasons.
Oh.
This is how
it
we
has
celebrate
nothing to do with the
pilgrims.
The slaughtering of Native Americans.
Got it.
Dark. No, not. So anyways, I understand that Thanksgiving is a massive holiday here.
Yeah.
Jared's family, my husband, it is a big deal for them. It is, people fly, they come in, they do what they do it. So,
that's sweet.
We've lost a lot of time because of COVID. So now we're like, okay, it's time to get back traveling. But can we talk about the fact that Thanksgiving is falling this year on inflation year as well?
Yeah.
Like the cost of flying with multiple people right now.
Baby.
I mean, it wasn't going to cost us when we were planning our wedding in Italy to fly to Italy.
Wow.
Damn. To fly to Florida. I'm like, what?
Florida?
Yeah, I know. I don't want to go there
Florida.
either. Shout out to Florida. I love all you people who are listening in Florida. It's just not my cup of tea. And so, it's like we're bracing ourselves to go. We're planning it. We have to think about it. We got to think about the dog. We've got 2 kids now. Yeah. It's a new thing. We have only traveled. We've traveled a few times over the summer with the kids, with the baby being the baby. But traveling this time, I'm already like, oh my gosh.
No, but when you fly with a baby and a almost toddler, that shit is different, because when they're a baby and they're just sleeping all day, now they're like fidgeting and walking. Kaya, it is not enjoyable to fly with them at this age.
And the difference is that like when it was just the 3 of us, now, if we're flying economy, you've got the row of 3. So it's me, Cam, Jared, we're a nice one happy family. There will come a time when Kaya will need her own seat, and now we have to break up the family. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And I see the difference between Cameron as a baby. Cameron was like, put on a movie. You got a tablet with a show for me? I'm good. Kaya has 0 interest in television.
Oh, no.
She has 0 interest. She wants to be up and she wants to be moving, and she's 2 seconds from walking. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what's this going to be like? And then it's Thanksgiving. It's lots of people.
Yeah.
I'm just like having anxiety about the whole thing, even though I consider myself to be a master packer and traveler when it comes to traveling with kids.
Yeah.
This year, I just have so much anxiety about it.
So have you guys already bought tickets?
We have not bought the tickets yet.
But you're
girl.
going. It's happening.
No, we have to.
You want to buy the medics, but you should have got the things months ago.
And let me tell you something. It ain't my family. It's my husband's family.
I know, that's right.
I'm not going to take on all the responsibility now. Okay? All right? He knows who his parents are. If he wants to fight with his mama, that's on him. I don't want any smoke. I put this in my stories. I am in a season where I will not argue with anybody. I can speak once. Hey, did you book the tickets? No. Okay. Good luck.
Yep.
Good luck.
I can't. because I am a planner.
Yeah.
So
same.
he's gonna have to handle the tickets, and I will plan, and I will pack all the things for the children. But it is anxiety season and then travel to Canada. Oh my God, for Christmas! Don't even get me started.
Oh, you're
on
going
that.
to Canada for Christmas?
We're talking about it, but that's even more money.
So we
that's
wait.
crazy.
So
It's crazy.
we just decided two things. Number one, Thanksgiving is a thing.
Right.
My aunt is the Thanksgiving queen.
Aw.
And so I did not have a Thanksgiving growing up. Like it existed and I value like the time with family, but my parents were divorced. And so they certainly weren't doing anything together. And there was no tradition.
Oh.
And so my mom at some point got a place in Miami. So I used to go there a lot because that's where her and her boyfriend would be.
Oh,
and,
wow.
And yeah, so that's where I spent a lot of Thanksgiving.
I just want to pause and say, your mama had a place in Miami
She
with a
did.
boyfriend.
She
Okay.
There's so much that I need to
did.
know more about.
I'm not going to tell you where it was because then you'll really be like, okay. But it's a story for another day. Well, here's what I'll drop.
Offline.
Here's what I'll drop. No, I won't.
Okay.
You don't want to get a call from mama. Don't do it.
No, nothing bad. So, nevertheless, I used to spend Thanksgiving in Miami a lot with my mama. And at home, I mean, in Fort Worth, I don't remember what we did because it was just, if it was dinner, it was dinner. So fast forward to all the way to grad school, like 2007, 2008 in LA. My aunt had moved here. My aunt and uncle had moved here. They have 3 kids who didn't live here because they'd grown, but that's where Thanksgiving was. So my first real like family Thanksgiving was their apartment here in LA.
Oh,
and it would be
wow.
like their 3 kids, my cousins. It would be me, my other cousin who had moved here. Like that's where like large amount of family would descend. My aunt makes a big deal of it. She's big chef. And so now they live in Durham, North Carolina.
Oh.
And they have a really big house and everyone goes there and everyone stays in the house.
I love that.
It is the best thing ever.
I love
That
that. That's
sounds
how I grew
beautiful.
up. That's how I grew up.
And then next year they're going to move. But anyway,
Oh, no.
they've been in Durham for I guess like 6 years now. So that has been Christmas.
Oh.
I mean, Thanksgiving. And it is everything.
I love that for you. That is
sounds-
how I grew up. So my mom, because of her heritage, she was like, we're not celebrating Thanksgiving. She would never cook on Thursday. We would only cook on Friday. That was her way of doing it. Like she still was like, we're going to have the foods, but we do it on Friday. Then I didn't participate.
She was rebellious.
That was her rebellion. But she
Yeah.
was like, I still want to have
I
the
ain't
family.
mad. That's righteous. I like
Yeah,
it.
so on Thursdays, we would usually go to Cincinnati. That's where my uncle lives because my mom is just her and her brother growing up. And my grandmother would come there, or it would just be us. Like, they only have 1 kid, so all of us would be at my uncle's house, and I used to love it so much. And then on Friday, everybody would then come to our house, and she would we didn't eat turkey, so she would fry fish, and then we would have like all the sides and stuff. And it was so fun. Like, I love that. My friends would come over, and like her best friends were like my aunts, so they would come over with their kids. And I feel bad for my kids because like I grew up very heavy with family. Like every holiday was like very like everybody spend the night. It didn't matter how big somebody's house
Right,
was.
right.
Everybody was just piling on you, sleep on the floor. Chia's family is just like that too. Like they take turns because it's 7 of them. Like his cousins
Wow.
that are his dad and his sister moved here and she had 7 kids. So those are his cousins. That's his family, but they're all married and have children. So each person gets to like host it at their house every year and everyone comes there and people are just sleeping on the couch, on the floor, and all the kids are in the basements and it's so fun. And it makes me sad that like Amir experienced that for a little while. Then we moved here and we're kind of isolated and it's more like Friendsgiving-ish, but it's not the same vibe. You want to like stay up all night and make up
It's so funny
dances and
that-
eat.
But
And
you can do that. I agree, though. That's what I like.
Yeah, it's cute.
Makeup
Christmas,
dances.
that sounds like what Christmas is for us. Like I
Okay.
said, like in Canada, Thanksgiving is a thing. It's a
Yeah.
holiday. Of course, we do dinner and all of that, but like it's not the thing that I've ever flown home for.
Got it.
Christmas is that thing for us.
Yes,
Yeah.
same,
So all
same.
that like pile up, sleepovers, hanging out all night for days, like that is Christmas for us.
I love that.
But Thanksgiving, and for me, because it's such a big holiday for my family as far as Christmas, but then Thanksgiving is such a big holiday for Jared's family, they're so close together.
Yeah.
It's just like bang,
That's a lot of
bang.
traveling.
It's a lot of travel.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the movie 4 Christmases?
No.
Oh, it's
sounds familiar.
with what's his name? He used to date Jennifer Aniston with the dark hair.
like Vince Vaughn.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's in it. And
Wait, it sounds familiar. It was like
no,
they had
What's
two
her
sets
name?
of parents.
She has all the movies and TV shows, and she's in the Apple TV show with Jennifer Aniston now.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, she's in it. It's him, Reese Witherspoon and him. It's so cute. But anyways, basically they're parents are divorced, so they have to go to like 4 houses for Christmas.
Yeah.
That was me and Chia this is why I became a princess. Because when we lived in Ohio, after we had Amira, both of our parents are divorced. Both of them are remarried. Well, my mom's not remarried, but for him, both of his parents are remarried. My dad is remarried. So we literally would have to time ourselves and be like, we're going to your mom's for this amount of time, then we're going to this house, and then we would have to go to my dad's. And it was so miserable.
My sister-in-law, it's like that with my brother. Yeah.
Yes, because we couldn't. And then we used to try to make everybody come to our house, and they would not. We had to go to 4 different houses. So when we moved, that's one of the reasons why I was like, I kind of miss the everybody together, but I kind of don't, because it's not enjoyable doing that. Like you're literally timing yourself. Like you can't get too comfortable, and then someone's going to get upset or mad if you miss out on a certain thing because you're supposed to be here at this time, and people will be like, okay, they're coming at this time, so we're going to eat at this time. So then it's like, I'm not even hungry anymore. I've been to 4 houses, and this is not fun.
My brother's wife, her parents are divorced and both remarried. And the way that we would do it, we would have to rotate. And so before I had kids, my nieces were the draw. It was about them. I had 3 nieces. And so what they would do, which I found to be hectic, but it worked, is they would rotate every year. So you would go to one family's house for Christmas Eve. You'd go to one family's house for Christmas morning, and you'd go to another family's house for Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
And that's how like it would work. And they would rotate every year.
It's
and
very
I'm like,
exhausting.
I couldn't imagine. I'm like, I don't have time for that. But
no. That's why I stay here, and I'm just like, well, if someone can visit me, my mom will always come, which I love.
Yeah, I think for me, because it's Kaya's first Christmas, and her birthday is the week before Christmas. So I'm like, okay, we're going to have her birthday here. Probably nobody's going to be around. But if we go home for Christmas,
I'll be here.
here.
Oh, yes, the aunties will be here. But if, if we go to Canada after that, it's like my brother has 3 daughters, a wife, my parents, like it's so many people to come this way than for us to go there.
Yeah.
And then also the kids get to experience snow. Like Cameron loves the snow.
Aww, we need the snow on a Christmas.
We need the snow. He loves the snow. So, and he loves his cousin so much up there. So it's just the whole season of traveling, and I'm just like, all right, here we go. We're about to do this. And like, I'm all about what makes it easy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like traveling for my career has taught me so many hacks about how to, maneuver light, move easy. Yeah. But then when you got to think about kids,
girl,
you got to think about food on the plane. You got to think about snacks. You got to think about toys, you got to think about accidents, you got to think about all these things that could possibly happen and be prepared for all of it. And I'm just that type of person. Remember, Ash, we went out for dinner, like, I don't know, with the kids. I came down and met you. And I opened up my bag. You're like, what else you got in that bag?
Because I have all the things in there.
Snacks, teething toys. I got wipes, hand sanitizers, whatever you could possibly think. I'm always trying to think ahead.
Yeah.
What are all the tricks I'm going to need for a 5.5-hour flight across the country?
Girl.
That's
the flight to Ohio for us. It's 5.5 hours. Same thing. You know what when I saw you, it made me laugh because I have 4 kids, you would think, right? But with Amira, I had double everything because my mom lived around the corner, and I thought I was balling. I was like, oh, I have a crib over here, a crib over there. Toy. I never had to pack it.
That sounds
right. Well, I had
baller.
one child and we both were working full time, you know, back in the day, and prices was different. And she was my first kid, so everybody spoiled her. But I didn't have to buy anything or really pack anything because really, like, every time I went to someone's house, everyone had things for Amira, little Princess Amira. And then with Azara and Asia, we were here in Anaheim, but it was weird. Like, I wasn't going a lot of places, so I really didn't have to do a lot of that. You know what I mean? Now with Italia, I'm like, do I have extra clothes in my bag? Do I have wipes? Like, what is happening? Like, why am I not remembering this stuff?
That's funny because there's like the stuff you need when you get there, but then there's just like getting through the trip.
Girl.
And I feel like it was you when we had Brooks and Azara, right? Because Azara's August and Brooks October.
Yeah.
Like it was you who showed me the Baby's In, the stroller that folds down and fits in the overhead bin.
Oh, listen.
That was clutch.
The Baby's In was everything.
Oh, I
think they still have them.
They have different kinds.
I'm old
So there's Baby's In. Ergo Baby now has a stroller that folds and fits in and I love theirs because theirs is actually a little bit bigger than the Baby's In. It has more space at the bottom and it like reclines almost all the way down.
Yeah.
Like Ergo's stroller is everything and it goes right in the overhead bin. So that's good. And then the one that Mel taught me about was the
Duna.
The Duna.
It also fits in the overhead bin?
No, girl, it turns to a car seat. It is a car seat stroller in one.
This is only applicable if your baby is still within the the guidelines of fitting, like the weight and the height of fitting in to the Doona, because the Doona is the stroller through the airport. It collapses and then also becomes the car seat when you get it to your car. So,
got it.
You know, it's like
do you use it as a car seat on the plane?
I did.
Or do you lap her up?
No, I lap her up.
Yeah.
Well, she's lapped up with me. But on South,
what do you fly? Delta?
Yeah, we fly Delta. On Southwest, the seats are a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
So I've seen Ashley put in her stories the stroller on the seat and keep her in there.
And I paid for a seat only because we used to play. Southwest is, so look at there's Wild Wild West out there, baby girl. Them seats are not assigned.
Right.
So you gotta get up to the front and try to get a good and then hold your seat. And I was like, I'm not doing that with a baby.
Yeah.
And it's a 5.5 hour flight. And you never know, like it could be a full flight and then the baby has to sit on your lap. Sometimes you can hold the seat in between you. I always ask, like, is this flight full? And if they're like, no, then I'm like, I'm not letting anyone sit next to me.
Yeah.
But if it's full, they tell you, like, pick your bag up, move your hand, someone's sitting next to you. So I was like, I'm not doing that. But first of all, I love Southwest. Like, it's not that the flights are not bad. Like, the planes are nice. I'm a Southwest do or die girl. Like, I always rock with Southwest. Their prices are usually inexpensive if you plan ahead. Like, we will fly back and forth to Ohio for like $150 a person.
It's the flexibility of Southwest that I love.
Yeah, they don't charge. First of all, you can
your credits just stay forever.
Your credits stay forever. You get to check 2 bags. And you can bring a bag
off the regular ticket.
Yes, it's free to check. I don't know why people don't be flying Southwest. Like they hate on it. Like
because what you said is the Wild Wild West. I'm not trying to show up and find a seat. Show up early. I can show up early.
If you check in, you still board like by A, B, or C. So as long as you check in early,
if the flight is at 9:15, Tommy will be there at 9:17.
Oh well, then Tommy is going
and
to
they'll
be sitting
like,
in the back.
Oliver, we were looking for you.
Yeah, that's what me and Chia do when we fly Delta too, because you already know what your seat is. We go to the lounge, we have a coffee, or like drink water because I don't drink coffee, but just kick it because I'm like, this is luxury. And then you like roll up and you're like, I don't wait in lines. I'm flying Delta, but like you're not doing that with Southwest.
No, with Southwest you got to be at the gate.
Yes,
ready to grab
I ain't
your
doing
seat.
none of that.
Yes.
When they call your letter, and your numbers.
When you have 6 people in your family and the ticket is $150 to fly home, I don't mind rolling up there early to get my seat.
But also, life hack for families.
That's true.
You get to board first.
Yes,
that's true. That's true.
And there's a catch-22. I will say this. There's a catch-22 about boarding first. You are on the plane longer.
That's true.
You are waiting for everyone else to get on with all them kids.
They pass you.
Versus if you wait till the end and then you board last,
your kid
can run around outside. They're tired. You get on the plane and then they take off.
But we still do that. However, we just hold the seat. So I'll have Chia keep the baby.
The airlines are trash. Yeah. And the employees are trash.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
I was like, just when I thought this was an ad.
No, I said what I said. Everybody needs to step up in the service department. Thank you very much.
She said of all
I'm sitting here being like, you have the anxiety of now getting on a plane and now you don't have a space for your bag.
Yeah.
So as a mom traveling with children, I need to have a bag because that bag has all the emergency supplies that I need. Like it has an extra blanket. It has a change of clothes. It has snacks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like the fact that there's no there's no system.
Yeah.
But my preference, I'm using them babies to get on the flight first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We are going on. We are getting settled. I don't want to do that with everybody on the plane. That is like my preference is to board first.
Do you like to sit in the back or the front? I'm a front
person. I'm a front
I
person.
have anxiety mostly because once the plane lands, I need to get off immediately. I cannot.
Oh, are you one of those people that we talk about on the internet that gets up as soon as the plane lands?
I am that person.
Oh, we talk bad about you all day long.
I know. I talk bad about other people when I get forced to the back and then I see them. I'm like, you ain't going nowhere. But I at least wait until the lights, like some people are like out their seatbelt before the thing even pulls up. And I'm like, relax. Yeah. But you know what it is too, though? I have like a closed in space thing. Like I'm very claustrophobic. Mm-hmm. So like once the plane lands and I'm just sitting there, I start to like sweat and get anxiety. Like I need to get off. So I have to sit in the front and hurry up and get off. You
got a lot of isms.
I do. It's probably because I got robbed and never went to therapy.
We're gonna talk about that?
No, that's fine.
We'll talk about that on another episode.
Talk about that
but I wanted to just say though, I remember like having Brooks and it was like delightful, the babies under 2 are free.
Yes.
And we took him everywhere.
Yes.
But even just like that early notion of like all that it takes to travel with a kid, it was really overwhelming. Because when you gotta have a car seat on both sides. Do you check it? Do you take it on the plane?
Girl.
Do you not take it but you get another one when you get there because the baby's in your lap? Like all of that was very stressful to me. And I feel like we definitely got to a place where it was like routine and easy. And then I had the twins. That's a whole nother conversation. But I wanted to bring that up because like, as any new moms out there or whatever, or maybe if you haven't had one in a while, just the notion of like the stuff that you need on both sides and the thought that goes into it, the resources and the memories of like what helped you in these scenarios, I think is really helpful to people.
It's all about multi-function things.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like there's no way in hell I am checking a stroller or a car seat at check-in and then carrying the
Waiting
baby
for
through.
that
Nope.
shit, yeah.
That baby is in a stroller all the way to the plane and I will gate check a stroller there.
Yep.
What I will also do is also make sure whatever stroller I have doubles, and this obviously depends within your first year of a baby, as a car seat and the stroller. And most of them do. So that's super helpful because when you have two separate things, when you have one stroller and then you got a car seat, you have to check them. There are travel bags you can do. I walk with a bag to protect my stroller or my car seat if I check it at the gate.
Go on
Get those
Amazon.
on
You can
Amazon.
get those bags. Yep.
Stroller connection. If you cannot, a black garbage bag can roll up real small and put in your purse. Take that, put it on the outside. People know what it is. They tag it. Take pictures of your stuff. That is like something that I have learned all along the way. I also am a big fan of baby wearing. If you can wear your children, wear them because your hands are free. They're
100%.
restrained and you can wear the baby and then the baby's on you and then you can maneuver, you can pick up your bags, you can do things. So I'm a big fan of those life hacks when it comes to maneuvering through the airport with
I just
babies.
want to add one or just, you know, if folks rent cars, right? Because even with baby wearing, it's like, okay, you have the option of checking your car seat and then picking it up on the other side, like you mentioned. But what we would do, because of the places we were going to Texas where my family is, or Philly where his family is, like we always needed a car. So we would rent a car and you can get a car seat. I know Ashley would never, but you can get a car seat on the other side.
Ashley would never.
They won't install it for you.
You'd be surprised.
Okay. Really? I am surprised.
She's like, I'm gonna bleach it and sanitize it before.
And I was about to say, you took that car seat apart.
Continue, Codie.
But yeah, you can get a car seat from whatever rental company. They won't install it for you. You have to do that.
Yes.
But that was big for us too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you were talking about the bags. This is one of my favorite hacks. So they have the car seat bags. They're like huge.
Yeah.
And they have the straps on them. It's like a book bag.
Like a
Those
backpack,
are
but it's
padded.
enormous. Yeah.
We're not taking those through the car. You check those.
Yeah.
But this is the hack. You can stuff other stuff in
other
there,
stuff.
girl.
Oh,
yeah, that's
you
true.
You put
Coats,
diapers,
blankets.
all the things. They'd be like, "What's in here? Car seat." Yeah. Like usually, I've never.
No one's gonna check you.
No. I mean,
No.
as long as there's a car seat in there, unless they start changing the rules, God, please don't. But you're usually super cool about it. They're like, "There's a heavy car seat. There's a car seat in there. That's all that
Mind's
matters."
business.
So we do one of two things. We usually take apart, because they're a little bit bigger. When they were babies, it would be like a booster seat in a car seat, and it will take apart the back part off the booster seat and just take the bottoms because they're big enough now for that. We stuff those in there. We stuff people's sneakers in there. That they like all the stuff that makes your suitcase heavy, right? And then we always take a carry-on bag that has like extra diapers in there, extra stuff, just in case they lose your luggage, because you know that could be a thing sometimes. Like that's never happened to me, but I don't want to like play with luck, you know. I always tell people, especially if you have kids, carry a carry-on bag and just put extra set of clothes or whatever in case something happens. Traveling during the holiday, people are just like, you know, not always doing their job the best. And then when we go in home, my friends usually just let me use their stuff. Like most of them have 2 car seats because they'll have one in like their car, their husband's car. They'll just give me their kid's car, so I don't have to bring them. That's like the best thing. I never have to pack when I'm going home because my friends have kids, and we just share our stuff. But if I'm going somewhere else, we've rented a car seat from the car dealership. I mean, the rental car place before, or we've just packed and then pack everything in there. Yeah. I'm really on that bringing a carry-on vibe too. I don't really like checking my thing at the gate, like the stroller. I'm either going to carry the baby the whole time and not have a stroller because I just want my hands free. But I have too many kids now. So having a stroller is cool because people can just dump their stuff in there. But I always take it on and get one of the ones that we mentioned in the beginning and just put it on the overhead bin.
Do you have Azara and Asia walk, or are they on one of the, you know how you have the luggage with the little chair on it?
So sometimes I have the what's the brand? You know, all the influencers have it.
Away.
I have Away luggage.
Away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I usually,
just so you know, Away, it's working because she said all the influencers had it, and I knew exactly what you were talking about.
That's hilarious.
I have Away luggage, and then Chia has Caraway, the other brand, which is nice or whatever. what is it? Something. It starts with a C. I don't know. It's one of those brands. But I put them on top of the thing and like they sit on it and roll it. But when we're walking through, they walk. Because I'm like, walk because we're going to be sitting down for 5.5 hours.
Yeah, girl, my kids just don't listen. But okay.
I know, you
just tell them to walk and they walk. That's what you're saying?
I mean, do you believe in like harnesses and leashes?
Yo, my mom had us on a leash. I found out.
Do you believe in these?
In theory, no, right? I've always been like, that's ridiculous. Yeah. But my kids need them. Like, we don't have them. Don't get me wrong, but we need them.
You do need one for you.
Before kids, I used to be walking through the airport, see people with their kids on leash and be like, you got to get your kids in line. You get that. When I tell you the amount of times I thought about Cameron being like, I understand why people put their kids on leashes now.
Listen, my kids only want to be 2 places, as you know, on top of me.
Girl. You should
or far away.
Or put them in a carrier.
Right.
Just carry them on your
Langston
back.
would love to be in a carrier.
You totally should put him in a carrier on your back and just carry him.
Yeah, but they're big now.
They're heavy.
As a matter of fact, I think the max is 3 years old. And
it's a weight. It's weight wise.
All right, well,
it's not age because every kid's weigh something different. We'll find out the weight.
I can barely carry this
the way my back is set up. Don't worry about the
way my destroyed core is. I can't carry a baby for more than 5 minutes.
Ladies, remember your core and your back. Okay,
get him the thing. I used to dog parents that had the kids on a leash, and then my mom was like, you and your sister were on. I was like,
that's right.
What? And she was like, I was a single mom. I had 4 children, and 2 of you were a year and a half apart. She said, how did you think I was going to hold all of your hands? And I was like, oh, okay.
She said it like that. Ouch.
I mean,
how you think?
But now I have a different perspective of women because I'm like, you don't know if their child has special needs.
Yes, correct.
Or you don't know if this child just isn't listening.
Correct.
And you're trying to get to the airport with all these people. Nobody's trying to run after their kid. You got to reel their ass back in.
Yeah. Gotta know where they're at all times.
Yeah, so I don't
put
judge
an Apple
it anymore.
AirTag in their shoe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a whole other thing.
I can't wait to put a chip in them.
Anyway.
Girl, I'm totally putting a chip in my kids. I don't care. I put one in Chia too.
Yeah, we're serious.
I'm dead serious.
Y'all should see the way Melanie's looking at us.
I am not chipping my children,
I would put a chip in my babies
immediately. Sorry, Mel.
Girl.
I'll put one in me too if I
You're
could.
saying if you had the choice.
I am not chipping my children. Absolutely not. No.
I'm gonna show you some movies that'll change your mind.
She gonna have a chip. It's called a cell phone. They all got one.
Girl.
They try to throw those away. What if someone try to abduct your baby?
Yes.
Then you know exactly.
Or the battery dies.
Just imagine worst case scenario, someone steals your child.
We're not talking about this today.
I'm sorry. But
the people are listening. Don't do this to the people, Ashley.
Okay.
We're not going to do that.
No, that's what
we are not going to do that. Okay.
Well, we will do that next week.
Another coming to a Lifetime movie near you. Another life hack that I swear by, especially with the baby, is having medicine on hand.
Oh yeah.
I will not take a flight without some baby Tylenol or some Genexa brand, whatever brand. I like the Genexa brand. Any sort of pain or fever relief because those ears.
Girl.
Also, when the babies and kids are taking off on flight, if you can feed them upon like descent and ascent, like that is really, really important because it helps them swallow with their ears. It could be anything. Like Cameron, he's grown and I give Cameron a lollipop or I give him a piece of gum to chew. Now. He's 6 now, So even like a lollipop, something they can suck on that, even one of those like little, that snack, those like little fruit snack packs. Like those Once Upon a Farm ones.
Oh, like to suction.
To
that's
suck
smart.
so that they can swallow if they drink water, whatever it is, breast milk formula, whatever it is. I always believe on feeding the baby on takeoff and landing and having that medicine on hand, baby.
What was that thing?
They have
Ashley?
earplugs.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
for kids?
Yes, so we get them for Azara. Her ears are bad when she flies. So there's these little earplugs that you can stick in their ears and it stops them from popping.
Yeah.
So we get those for AZ. She'll be like, can I make earplugs? She already knows. And then we got my friend Tiffany, she got some for Tata. Yeah. Noise canceling headphones for babies. They're not hooked up to anything. No. And when I feed her and she goes to sleep, I stick them on her ears. Yeah. But you know what? The plane on the inside kind of sounds like her white noise machine anyways. Yeah. But I just keep it because other babies be crying and stuff and she'll sleep.
Yeah, those noise canceling headphones. I wonder if they help with the pressure too.
Probably.
I think they do because I remember when I was a kid, I used to get the worst. I mean, I was the kid crying on the plane. I mean, at 6 years old, 7 years old, it was the worst.
That's 6 and 7?
Oh, it was the worst. I used to get the worst earaches. And what I did learn, which is an old school hack, but you never know, it might come in handy. A flight attendant once took hot, steaming paper towels and put them in styrofoam cups and put them over my ears.
Wow.
And it helped. And it helped. So there's always that old school trick.
That is a hack.
If you ever forget, try it. That helped with when I was a kid. I remember that used to help a lot.
And Ashley, what was the thing you were saying you put on the window to like keep them entertained?
Oh, yes. So I saw another mom on Instagram. She was doing like 5 tips for traveling.
Yeah.
And there are these on Amazon, they're little suction toys, window. You can just Google like window suction toys for traveling or whatever, airplanes. And you just pop them right on the airplane window and they can just keep spinning them and hitting them. It's kind of like a fidget toy.
They have that in the bathtub too.
Does it
Really?
make noise?
Yeah.
Does it disturb other people?
No, so they have some that make music. I didn't get those. No, this just spins around and around and around, like
okay.
not real noise.
In
like
the bath,
that.
and the
trust
water
me,
goes in it, and it's like a little.
They have some
spinny
like that
thing.
too.
Yeah.
There's so many different kinds. These are literally like for the plane. That's how they're marketed. But I'm gonna tell you something that I learned. People would rather your child be playing with a toy than crying and screaming. They do not care. So even if it did, I feel like
Fuck the people.
it doesn't really make a lot of noise. You know what I mean? But like, listen, I try to be considerate because I don't want to hear my kids screaming on the plane. And I fly and I hear other people's kids and I'm like, oh my God.
Sidebar though. Sidebar.
It's too much.
I feel you. We do try to be considerate, but we also have to give ourselves grace.
Yes.
Them other people, they don't care about
Listen,
anything.
let me tell you something.
Yeah,
I
sure.
recently took a flight. It was crazy because, again, before kids, I think like I used to be like, oh my God, that's a baby crying. Now I could tune out a baby crying, no problem. Somebody else's
Really?
baby. Yeah. Oh, on a plane, I could tune out a baby crying, somebody else's baby 100%. And I actually also want to be, most times I'm traveling by myself, it's for work. So I'll sometimes feel very, it's weird times now, but I would literally be like, are you okay? Do you need help?
Oh, yeah, that's
like,
sweet.
is there anything I can
Yeah.
do? Do you need me to watch the baby while you go to the bathroom? Because I see some moms like, but I took a flight recently. I'm just sorry to that man who was sitting next to this woman. But there was a woman, she had 2 kids.
Oh no.
And when I tell you the baby cried
The whole flight?
entire flight from LA to
worst.
DC. I mean, he cried non.
Oh, and she probably felt so horrible.
You know what? She did not.
Oh,
And that's
good.
what I was going to say. She had a daughter though, who was older. And then this is when I was like, you need to get your kids together, because the daughter was saying and talking crazy to her mom
Oh, no.
at 4 years old. And I was just like, oh, but then I had so much compassion because I was like, this woman is defeated. She's had it. Her daughter is running over her. Her child cried for 5.5 hours.
Oof.
And she literally was just unfazed. Like, she was not like, I'm so sorry.
She checked out.
She just checked out. And I realized, I was like, oh, you are in survival mode.
She also could have spent 5 hours apologizing, and that's not cool. So I'm
Exactly.
proud of her.
No, so this is what I'm saying. She didn't apologize. Like, some people are like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
She didn't. I could just tell, like, she's like, this is my life. I don't know what to tell y'all, but I got to get from East Coast to West Coast. So what's it going to do?
Yeah.
And I had that moment.
You're
and
welcome
They
to
were
move.
sitting right behind me. And I just remember I kept looking back, being like, is the baby okay?
Yeah.
Like, she was just very comfortable in the chaos that was happening around her. And at the same time, God bless, the girl and the man who were sitting next to her were totally fine with it. I was sitting in
nice.
front. I was like, it's okay. If that can help, let me know. But I literally was just like, there's just sometimes it just is what it is.
Yeah.
These kids are unpredictable. The baby, I think, was teething, so he was in a lot of pain. That's why I say bring that medicine.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that you can do.
They got whiskey on planes.
There's not whiskey on planes. You can also do chamomile. There are things that have chamomile in them that are safe for babies, that help with teething. There's something called camellia that I give to Kaya, and it's made with chamomile. And chamomile is a natural relaxant. It makes the babies calm down. It helps soothe the gums, whatever it is. But I just remember looking back and thinking that. So for anybody who's listening, if you are a mom and you've been there, we've all been there.
Yeah.
If you are not a mom and you're just listening, always remember to try to have compassion and grace for a parent who's traveling, especially
and ask them if they need help.
Yes,
But I mean,
especially
also-
when it's a single parent.
Yeah.
When it's one parent with all them bags
true.
and strollers. Ask if you can help, please.
But why not just bring headphones? Because I bring my noise canceling AirPods, and then I don't hear anything. Put some music on, and then you don't have to
Yeah.
hear somebody's baby crying. Like, that's weird to me that you would be on a plane without headphones, knowing that you might possibly be on there with someone. Forget the babies
true.
crying.
That's
People
true.
when they be talking, trying to talk all loud over
man.
top of
That's
the
the
air.
whole thing.
All that cackling. I hate it's the cackles for me. I'd rather hear a baby cry. I don't want to hear your conversation about what you did last week, because I don't know you and I don't care about your life like that. It's weird.
There's 2 things that I love. Like, obviously, kids gonna scream.
Yeah.
Kids gonna want to watch TV. But There's a couple things that I like that we keep them from watching TV.
Okay.
Okay, so one is, and I say them, Brooks. Okay, Brooks. The babies, they don't
Poor
do nothing
Brooks.
I
He
say.
can't watch TV.
But
He's
Brooks.
Wait, is Brooks allowed to watch
He's
TV?
grown up in an
Like on the
Amish
plane,
lifestyle.
on the plane for me, it's like, here, bruh, here go your headphones, here go your movie. But if it's a long flight and he wants to watch 2 movies, I try to.
Oh my God,
one.
not 2 movies.
Shut up. For
Lord
real.
God.
Yeah,
Codie, is it this intense? Really? You don't let your kids watch TV?
First of all, Tommy's way worse. Way worse. So I'm the nice parent because I let them watch anything. But yes, on the plane, Brooks will watch 1 movie, not 2. Come on now. So the things.
Wait, before you share,
but
to come to her.
Brooks will also read a book.
That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. To come to her defense,
He loves a book as much as he loves.
Okay,
we
Spider-Man.
plan out a long flight. We don't do the iPad. We plan out like you have a book, then you color, then we'll play a little game, and then usually for the end of the flight, like depending on the time of day we fly, then they do the iPad.
Not me, y'all.
They don't do the iPad the whole time.
Cameron, you want to watch 75 movies on that plane? Please watch all the movies. Oh, look, it's your favorite movie. Oh, it's your other favorite movie. Watch them both. I will bring you food and water in between. Let me know if you need to pee.
No, I don't blame you.
I gave that up a long time ago.
Chia's kind of like Tommy. He's like, that's too much. Read a book. I'm like, I don't want to read no damn book on the
kids to
plane.
be trying to monitor all of them. But
Yeah,
let me
I
just tell
agree.
you the 2 things that I like. Okay, 2 things. One is paint by sticker books.
Oh, that's
it's like a
cute.
dinosaur or a unicorn or like some like animal, and they'll give you. I guess you understand paint by number, but like the sticker shape fits, and each one has a number.
Oh, that's cute.
So it like takes their little fingers a while to get it done. So I
Motor
like that
skills.
one.
I like paint
and
by
then
sticker.
the other one is these Tiger Tribe books, right? My best friend had some at her house. It is like a small box. And when you open it up, it has markers like in a pouch inside the box. And then it has like the coloring book, and it's all a part of the box so that you ain't got markers in one bag and coloring books in another. It is like they got their own little box and they can just open it up and go.
I like
that.
that.
I really like those.
Yeah, that's
I give
cute.
those as gifts too.
Okay,
for birthdays.
well, give my kids one.
Okay, I'm here for it. I'm gonna order right now just for you.
Go ahead and do that
I love
for
it.
Chris McQuanzica.
Chris McQuanzica.
Well, I think those are pretty
anyways,
good tips.
I think those are
Yes,
good tips.
Yeah.
we did
I'm going to
that.
try to take all of them
Me too.
as I prepare to venture across the country.
yeah,
Except
twice.
they gonna watch the movies.
4 times if you count returns. And
Movies, download them.
Yeah,
That's what we
man.
forgot.
let's
in
talk
advance.
about this. If you have Netflix, if you
Yep.
have an iPad, a Amazon
Disney.
Kindle Fire, whatever it is, Netflix has the ability to download particular shows and movies which don't require internet.
Yep.
That
that's
is a
great.
game
You didn't know that?
changer.
I did not know
Your
that.
kids don't watch TV.
But
That's
remember,
why.
yeah, exactly.
That
They
is
go to school in horse and buggy. So
that is a game changer. I remember because sometimes there's not always internet
Yep.
on the flights. There's
Yeah.
not always TVs.
Yeah.
So that
download them
is
the
the
One
night
time
game
he had a
before.
broken
We'd be like,
one
which
child.
movies do y'all want to watch on
Yes.
the plane? And we download all of them.
All of them in advance.
all the episodes of your favorite show, and you don't even need the internet. Yep.
That's fair. I like that.
Yeah, it's really good.
All right, y'all. Godspeed on this travel. Okay?
Godspeed.
Send us some questions and stuff. We'll do our best to answer them about travel. But
Yes,
we
and
all in the same
exercise
boat.
patience and
And give yourself a
And
lot of
grace.
time.
yes, for yourself and others.
Yeah.
Give yourself a lot of time in those airports because somebody's going to have to pee before you get on a flight.
Yeah.
Or they might need to change their clothes or diaper. Give yourself some time.